Treyarch just confirmed that Vanguard Zombies is going to be a continuation or a prequel, if you will, of the Dark Ether storyline. Now, we know this because Craig Houston just gave us a Dark Ether storyline recap for Cold War, told us what's going to be happening inside of the Forsaken, which, to simplify the whole video, we're going to be harnessing the Forsaken's powers by bringing it into our world to try to turn him into some mega weapon. We're also going to be trying to rescue Zykov from the Dark Ether. The implication in my mind being that Zykov and the Dark Ether are one, perhaps, or maybe they are buddy-buddy, or like we don't 100% know, but they do allude to Zykov being the only one who knows the Forsaken and how to perhaps lure him out. So very interesting setup, very interesting premise. Craig did in fact say that this is going to be the climax of the Cold War Dark Ether zombie storyline, and that we are going to be going back to World War II with the seeds that they had been planting inside of this particular zombie season. Now, there have been some leaks and rumors circulating around the zombies community for a little while. I didn't really want to address them because they weren't interesting and I couldn't figure out the context in which to discuss them. But now I think I have that context. And there is a leak on Reddit from Nonikos. He leaks a ton of stuff. He's a data miner. And the map that we are supposed to be getting inside of Vanguard Zombies is called War of the Dead. The perks have been renamed to Demonic Fountains. Field upgrades are returning. They're called artifacts now. We're going to have Aether Shroud, Energy Mine, Ring of Fire, and Frost Blast. The Pack-a-Punch system from Cold War is returning. Armor's returning. The crafting system's returning. Hit markers and damage numbers are returning. A new feature called Sacrificial Hearts is going to be coming into the game. We don't know what that is. Covenants are going to be coming, which appear to be like a level 1 to 3 system that you can equip inside of the game. And I'm assuming it's going to be a challenge system of sorts that will provide rewards. Then Nonikos addressed a leak by Modern Warfare Ghost, who says we will not be getting the first map until Season 1 of Vanguard, and instead we'll be getting a mode that's a mixture of Onslaught, Outbreak, and Round-based. Now, this is a bit of a bummer because in my perfect world, I was hoping for a Season 5 Reloaded Outbreak quest, a Season 6 Zombies map, and then a launch map with Vanguard, but I understand that is a pretty tall order from Treyarch, but you know, it is what it is. We'll get it when we get it. There are files inside of the game that allude to a Zombies on Disk map, because in older titles we have seen files inside of the game that say ZOD, which means Zombies on Disk. We've seen it with Voyage of Despair and Shadows of Evil, and we see it now, but we just don't know what the map is going to be called, if it is the on-disk map, but it could be the on-disk experience that is a mix of Onslaught, Outbreak, and Round-based, which that does concern me. I'm not looking for new modes that are going to be staples inside of the franchise. I'm looking for Round-based, and then we can have other modes for fun. I get it, that's cool, but this is a little bit concerning. And Season 1 doesn't launch until November 23rd, which means we gotta wait about 2 months, a little less than 2 months, to get a Zombies map after the Forsaken, which the Forsaken could flop. We really don't know the longevity of that map as we haven't played it yet. Now let's move on to the Zombies achievements. The first achievement is Baker's Dozen. It says in War of the Dead, sacrifice 13 hearts. This alludes to the Sacrificial Hearts system that we talked about just a moment ago. The next achievement is As Cold as Ice. Eliminate 10 zombies via melee that have been slowed by Frost Blast. Deal with the Devil. Equip 3 Covenants. Deal Death Dealer. Eliminate 2,500 zombies with a fully papped weapon. Escape Artist while using Aether Shroud. Enter Aether Shroud 5 times with less than 25% health left. Grim Reaper. Eliminate 10,000 zombies. Hot Tempered. Eliminate 10 zombies that are taking damage from the Ring of Fire. Shocking Behavior. Eliminate 10 zombies that were damaged by Energy Mine. Thirst Quencher. Drink from all 5 demonic fountains in a single session. So here's why I'm a little concerned and confused, because we just went through a whole season of Cold War Zombies, this new revolutionary zombie system. We just got all of our perks. We just got leaked, or not leaked, but Treyarch has just revealed the last perk of the season. Are they going to take all of that away to continue the game with the same mechanics and the same storyline? They're going to take all of our perks away. Now we're going back to 5, and they're going to release, 4 to 5 over the course of the next year. That just doesn't make sense to me. I don't understand that. It made sense when it was 3 years in between titles and a new developer was making zombies. So going from, Black Ops 3 to Infinite Warfare to World War II to Black Ops 4, it made sense to wait for that developer to release content over time. But Treyarch has released all of their content and then they're just going to take it all away like 2 months later. That doesn't make sense to me. But there is this tweet from the developer Andy Yoon over at Treyarch, who says, "This has been a great year for zombies. The team tried a lot of new things and have learned a lot to take into the future." Now, you can look at this in any manner of ways. You can look at it as they're going to continue the same mechanics. You can look at it as they tried a lot of new stuff. They know what works and what doesn't, and they're going to be scrapping some things. Or you could look at it as they learned a lot. They hate everything they did, and they're going to start from scratch. I think it's the middle venture. I think they realize what they like and what they don't like. We're probably going to be seeing a lot of similar mechanics from Cold War because Cold War appeals to casuals. It appeals to Warzone players, to multiplayer players. And I think that hardcore zombies experience is not going to be coming back anytime soon or possibly ever. Okay, so it's something we all kind of have to just get over. But what I'm not understanding is what this means regarding the game mode as a whole, the starting from scratch, the element of taking away PhD in death perception and mule kick and elemental pop or whatever, and holding those back and giving us stamina up, speed cola, quick revive, juggernog, and whatever other perk, just to relive the same cycle we just had. I think if this is truly going to be a continuation of Cold War's story, the Dark Aether story, leave all the perks, add more perks, make the Wonder Fizz have more space. Like, just keep adding to it. Don't start this whole thing over. I don't want to do that. If they could, I would prefer that they kind of get rid of this intel system, tell stories through the game, create a crew. If they want to keep some of these mechanics, that's fine. Ramp up the Easter egg difficulty a little bit, make bosses a little harder, but don't just remove all the perks all over again. Don't make us go through this same cycle that we just went through. If it was 3 years away, or if it was with another developer, in my mind, it would actually make some sense. But the fact that we just wrapped up Cold War only to just scrap everything we did and start over, it just seems a little unintuitive. So when I see Andy Yoon tweet stuff like this, it makes me happy that they're going to be making some changes and trying some new things. But then I read these leaks and I see how the armor's coming back, PAP's coming back, crafting system's coming back, the same field upgrades are coming back, Onslaught's possibly coming back, Outbreak's possibly coming back. Like, what the hell? This seems like the exact same game, but with Vanguard's logo on it. So I hope that they try a lot of new stuff. I hope they don't just scrap everything. And if they're going to keep a lot of these systems the same, then there's no need to scrap everything. They can just keep everything as is and just keep building on top of it. That would make the most sense. Flush out the system that you've already created. Who cares if it's on another engine? Who cares if it's in another game? Just keep flushing it out, build on top of it, make it full of life, make it fun. I was playing the game the other day and I had this awesome gameplay that got totally corrupted, and I finally realized how Cold War is meant to be played, and I was actually enjoying myself. And I'm going to talk about that in another video, but it's just interesting to see what these leaks are saying, how Craig Houston has confirmed that Dark Aether storyline is continuing inside of Vanguard. It's official now. And then I see Andy Yoon talking this way. I'm not really sure what to believe. So I would love to know your guys' opinions. I would love to know your guys' thoughts. What's the direction of Vanguard? Are we going to have a whole bunch of new mechanics? Are we going to have a whole bunch of old mechanics? Are we going to just have a whole new game entirely? Should they start the teasing and the releasing of perks all over again, even though we just went through this? I don't know. I'm not sure. I would say no, but maybe they'll create a new way to tease and market content that we've never seen before. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. You know I appreciate you, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.